Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Dana Dane out here on the Passive Income Journey channel. If you don't mind, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell if you would like to be notified of other upcoming videos. Alright, so I'm going to do a video about my personal progress on the baked beans. I've got a strategy and I created a spreadsheet that I'm going to share with you in a minute. I'm going to go over how baked beans is doing, a little bit about that. I'm going to make a new deposit. I made a deposit, I believe, yesterday of $200. I'm going to make another one today for probably about $150, I think. I've been in baked beans since like January. It had a little bit less than 1,000 BNB at the time. And to be honest, I mean, I've made my ROI obviously by now. I didn't really think it'd be around this long or even grow to how huge it has been since then. It's like crazy. So one quick thing I wanted to point out, if you're not familiar with the baked beans, it pays out up to 8% per day, and that really depends on the contract balance and how often that you either recompound or how often you withdraw. Okay, so if you see down here, daily returns 8%, so it's really up to 8%. Okay, and then there's a dev fee 3%. The dev fee is taken out of your deposit and when you withdraw. So when you recompound or rebake, there's no fee. Okay, but the important thing to kind of stay in line with everything is the strategy is 6 to 1. So you recompound 6 days straight, and then on the 7th day is the day that you actually take your profit. Let's look at the contract balance real quick. So right now the contract balance is about $12 million, almost 13 million, which is pretty interesting because I'm also in the drip garden over here, if you're familiar with it, in the animal farm. This right here, even though the animal farm, it has been paused for a little bit, but the contract balance on baked beans is actually higher. So here's the contract for baked beans, right? And then if you look right here, the animal farm, so they have this is just an LP token. But if we pop over here, which is it's a drip garden tool, and it shows you right here in the USD value, the contract value is about 12.2 compared to 12.9. So very, very interesting. Okay, so what I've decided to do is I wasn't really being consistent after I reached my ROI. I wasn't doing the 6 to 1. So what I'm doing now is I'm really taking this more seriously, putting this as one of my top projects, and I'm also tracking it. I created a spreadsheet or modified some other ones, and what I've done with this one is so as you're taking profits, I didn't want to just kind of make it super complicated, and you can change this. I'll share this in the description, put a link in the description below. I'll also put my referral link if you're not in baked beans but you would like to join baked beans. I'll put that there too. And then you can also go on my Linktree page, and it shows you all the current projects that I'm at least in or that I talk about on this channel. Okay, and some other resources as well. So I'm going to put 6% because if you invest and rebate once per day for 6 days and take profit on the 7th, it is assumed that it's a 6% daily ROI. Now, if you feel better putting 7, or if you're eating a little bit more, maybe you want to lower that to 5, or if you rather see the 8 and you want to do some other things, and that's up to you, you can put 8 there. But I'm going to keep it at 6. Okay, so I don't know my exact amount. I knew it in the beginning, but I've added some extra money in here. I know I at least have 510. I'm going to make a deposit right now, but I want to come back here and break this spreadsheet down for you real quick. But let's make a deposit real quick. So I'm going to purchase some BNB right in MetaMask. If you don't have a MetaMask wallet, you just need to go to metamask.io, go to download right here, set up your account. Okay, and then you're going to need to get on the Binance Smart Chain. Just go to chainless.org and then you can add all the networks to your MetaMask wallet from here. Just connect your wallet and then add to MetaMask whatever network for the miner program that you're on, okay? So for this purpose, we are going to be in Binance Smart Chain. So I'm going to come over here, find the BNB token, and I'm just going to buy it straight from MetaMask, okay? I've already set up an account through Transact. If this is your first time, you may need to set up an account. Okay, so it's going to pull up. Okay, I'm going to enter in 150. Okay, and then I'm going to buy now, and then it's going to take, you can see the total fees is about $7.70. If you'd rather use like crypto.com or Binance.us, I'll put a link to those descriptions below. There are some incentives if you sign up for a new account, and then also with crypto.com, the first 30 days they don't charge you a fee, so that may be an incentive as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this buying process. All right, so you're going to put in your credit card information. Just be mindful of the fees. I had to adjust that a little bit. So in order to get about $150 worth, it's going to cost about $160 deducted from those fees, and then they're going to put the BNB tokens right into your MetaMask. You don't have to worry about transferring from one exchange into your MetaMask and so forth. All right, now that's all done. They'll send a confirmation email, or I can track it, and in a few minutes we'll go ahead and finish depositing it into Baked Beans Miner and do a rebate. All right, while that's working, I'm going to pop back over to my spreadsheet. I'm going to update my investment. So I just invested 150 more. So I'm going to change. All right, so I fixed that sale. So I just added 150 more to my deposit. So then I changed that to 660. And then I need to add the amount of BNB that I just deposited. So I just deposited, let's pop over to CoinMarket Cap, and 150 is about 0.36. So let's add that to that, and you can just do this manually, and then you don't have to worry about that. All right, so it's going to refresh all those figures, okay, and then we'll should be good to go. And so my plan is to rebake for 6 days straight and then take my profits on the 7th day. This line here represents the profit days, okay, as you can see here, and this line is deducting the taxes, okay, so that's why this figure is a little bit different. So on this particular day, so there's taxes when you withdraw, and then there's taxes when you first make your initial deposit. So that's why you'll see those numbers, like 1.53 is a little off from that 1.58. It's because the taxes are in there. All right, so it looks like that's complete. So now let's pop back over to Baked Beans Miner, and let's hit the refresh button. All right, so let's bake some beans real quick, and then it'll should automatically rebake the rewards that I have sitting in there. All right, so I had already said I'm depositing 0.36 BNB, so we're just going to go in here and just bake beans. That's how you make a deposit. We're just putting BNB in, and you're just going to earn BNB rewards in return. So let's go ahead and bake the beans. Okay, got a little bit of gas fee. Let's go ahead and confirm. Don't forget there's a 3% tax when you make deposits, okay? All right, so we'll let that work its magic. Nice, nice. I think I saw the number change. Yeah, there we go. All right, so now I have my beans have increased, and then my daily earnings will increase, and then I'm going to track this to see how close this is. Far as my numbers go, like I said, I wasn't really quite sure how much I put in there in my initial investment. I may need to tweak this a little bit, but I will share this with you. The only figures that you need to change up here are the ones in blue. If you want to change the daily ROI to, let's say, 5% or 7 or 8, If you want to kind of make it a little bit more conservative, you know, at the 5, or if you plan on, you know, taking more profits 5, or if you want to keep it at 8, that's totally up to you. Okay. And then so hopefully if everything goes right, at least in 13 weeks, I will have about 11,744 and then about 28 BNB tokens at the end of my journey. 13-week journey is what I'm tracking. So about 90 days or 3 months is what we're looking at here. Okay, so let's pop over real quick. Let's look at the other miners. These are like the top miners on the other networks. We have Ruby Mine. This is about the top one on the AVAX or Avalanche network. This one is 8% daily ROI, or up to, should I say. And then there's an 8% fee that this dev charges, or this platform charges. Spooky Beans is about the #1 project or miner on the Phantom network. Okay, this one's doing really good. Well, actually, let me go back to the Ruby real quick. Let me change my wallet to Avalanche so you can see the amount of AVAX tokens deposited in there. All right, so as you can see, there's about 20,000 AVAX tokens in there, and currently the value of it's gone up quite a bit. So if you can see right here, it's about 1.6 million deposited into this particular contract. Okay, so let's pop over to the Spooky Beans. Let's change the network over to Phantom. It wants to connect me over to the other one, but let's go to Phantom. And that Ruby one just won't ever quit. All right, there we go, Phantom. So this is how many Phantom tokens are deposited in there. Let's look at their project. They pay out about 8% per day. Their dev fee is lower than Baked Beans. It's only 2% per day. And then they have 1% that goes for devs, and then 1% fee goes to rug insurance to free rug souls. Let's look at the contract balance in here. This one's at about 875,000. Oops. Oh, that's annoying. About 875,000. Okay, so this is about the top one on the Phantom. And then we have this one here. Let's switch over to the Polygon network real quick. If you want to take advantage of all, this is part of the Ruby just won't give up. All right, let's get on the Polygon. Let's get her. Okay, so if you want to put in Somatic, earn Somatic out. They have a referral leaderboard on here. It tells you right here what the current farmer price is and Matic tokens. Pretty much similar to the other one. The difference with this one is it pays out 7% daily, and there is a 2% dev fee. Okay, and then we have one on the Cronos network. Let's switch over to Cronos. Where are you? Way up there. All right, so this one is doing really good as well. It's probably Ruby again. Ruby just will never stop. All right, so here's the one on the Cronos network. This is Wizardly, 8% per day. Oh, I never noticed that the little wizard moves around. That's cool. Make sure you're coming over here, checking out all the white pages, reading the audit reports. Make sure you're doing your own research, because I'm not a financial advisor. Make sure you are doing your own research and never investing more than you can afford to lose. All this stuff is high risk, high reward, okay? This one does have a 3% dev fee, 2% marketing fee. Let's look at their contract balance real quick. Okay, so this one is at about 634,000 worth right now in the Crow token. All right, which is like the crypto.com, if you're familiar with them, and their like native token or their token or whatever. So you have choices if you want to earn some money in all of these networks. Make sure you check them out. Make sure you check the contract balances and all that good stuff. And I'll leave a link to the Baked Beans calculator if you plan on using this for the other projects. All you would need to do is just make a copy, of the actual worksheet and then just change it for that particular project. You know what I'm saying? So you just make a copy and then just create another tab and then change it for whatever name that you want to use. Alright guys, have a good one. Hopefully that was helpful. Hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell if you want to be notified of other videos. And all the links to the projects and tools that I mentioned in today's video are listed below. This video's in the description. Bye guys.